Hey family, what's up? I just wanted to get on here real quick and kind of get into the session for our latest song, Try, which is out everywhere, available to stream. It's a fun kind of pop song that we did, a little bit cinematic. A lot of you guys have been telling me this needs to be in a movie. I agree, this needs to be in a movie. If you know anybody who could help us get it in a movie, let me know. But yeah, I got some comments from some folks asking, like to break it down and kind of show you what's going on especially with the keys and the synths. A lot of people like the synth work in the song. And to start off, I got to let you know that we made this a long, long, long time ago. This song has been sitting in our hard drives for years. I think this was done in 2018, maybe. So yeah, this is a very, very old song for us, but you know, we've decided to really make sure that all our music is out. There's no reason why your music has to be sitting in a hard drive, especially if it's finished, mixed and mastered like this one was. So anyway, this song started out with obviously with the most simplest thing, which is what ended up being the guitar. Originally what I think was a piano, which is this part right here, I believe. So that's it. That's what started everything. And it's crazy because I put in the credits of the single, I wrote that Ricky was the one that played this guitar, but the more I hear it, and I went and I listened to the final version, and that's this same guitar, which is a MIDI guitar. This is a guitar from Contact, electric guitar. I don't know. I remember I was playing a lot with that guitar. I kind of fell in love with it. I was kind of obsessed with it, and I was doing a lot of stuff with it. That's what started everything, and it was like I love this sound. And I guess like when Ricky tried to play it, it didn't sound like this, and we all decided, nah, let's just leave it the way it is, and it's a vibe. And if it's a vibe, it's a vibe. So yeah, that was it. And let me see. And then you pair that with the piano. Listen to the horns outside, New York City. I'm almost positive that piano is also from Contact. These were my heavy Contact days. I still use Contact, but not as much as then, especially with the pianos. That's probably the Maverick or the other one, the upright one. At the time, those are like the best pianos that I had. Now I love to use the Keyscape. I probably would have been using Keyscape if I was doing it now. So yeah, so that's it. That's all that's happening in the verses is that. And then there's like some little light string work, that stuff that comes in. Let me see. Oh, Rhodes. There's a Rhodes here. Ooh, you hear that reverb? I was not afraid to use reverb on this one. But it matches. The song has this super huge epic vibe, so reverb is the thing. Listen to this Rhodes here. See what it's doing. Ooh, that's dirty. Wow, that's a dirty Rhodes. And that Rhodes plays a few times in the song. Let me see. Nice. Yeah, that's in the break, in the down. In the drop. The down. That's at the very, very end of the song. But anyway, yeah, that's a little Rhodes, little dirty Rhodes there just to accentuate the transition into that big intro. This song, I bet it was like the other ones where Katia already had an idea. She knew exactly what she wanted to do with it. She sang it to me. And when I heard her finish her line here in the beginning, now I know when I see the water I dive. I love that part. That's like one of my favorite parts of the song because it just like resets, and then it just gets so much bigger and it opens us up into the next verse. It's not just, it doesn't keep going like monotonous. It gives you that break there and everything comes in. The bass comes in nice and warm right there and the drums. I love this bass that we have, that we used here. See the water I dive. I'm gonna do that cliche thing that everybody does on the internet. Put some headphones on. You're not gonna be able to hear that bass. You gotta put some headphones on. Because my bass is so subby. I have the lowest bass. That's that part, yeah, and that's when the strings come in, you know. And this pad, which is like a choir. Not sure where I got that from, to be honest. No idea, since this was 8 million years ago. And then this string part here. Nice little part. Higher layer here. That reverb is coming from where? I want to know where that reverb's coming from because it's here. It's in the string group. I had already discovered Valhalla at this point. So you know what's up. That's the old trusty Valhalla vintage verb on there. That's why it's so humongous. Those strings really help sell the drama of this whole thing here. This is like, it's what makes it feel like, makes you guys say that it should be in a movie. I remember at that time, Justin Bieber's Sorry was out. Justin Bieber's What Do You Mean? What's other song that I was obsessed with, completely obsessed with at the time? It was a song by Mute Math that was like a remix to one of their songs, done by a dope producer called Eric Disero. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Disero. That dude, man, he produces some fire songs, like some like future pop stuff, like with like some really cool drops. In a lot of his productions, you have this moment right before the drop that's like super mellow, and the piano's like, it's like a soft piano, just playing chords, like some simple chords, just kind of laying everything down, you know, right before the big impact comes in. And that's what's happening right here. It's like, this is the chorus, you know, coming out of the chorus. Yeah, we'll never know till we try. And then we get into the next part. So that the drop is interesting because, you know, like I'm not an EDM guy, you know. I don't produce electronic music regularly. I'm just a fan of it. And I didn't really know how these guys were doing their drops, you know, like what exactly they were using and how they were maybe using filters or, you know, shaper box or whatever the heck it was. And at the time I was like, I just know that it always feels as if things are coming in and kind of just cutting out drastically. And so that's what I did. I sat there and I edited these parts. Like, you know, first you have these drum parts here. Let me see. Let me just try to listen to the drums and bass. These drum hits are perfectly in the key of the song. Listen. Da, da. It's like making a perfect chord right there. It had to be that, right? That with it has that coherence. And as you're listening to it, you might not even be thinking about it, but it helps everything kind of have that harmony, you know? Let me play the bass by itself so you can hear the bass sound, because that bass sound is like the uber freaking electronic music bass, you know? We went from this in the verses in the chorus to this in the drop. It has a ton of brightness and attack, and I don't know what the heck. I don't even remember where I got that sound from either. You know, at the time I was using anything from, you know, contact instruments, maybe some Serum stuff, but I don't know if I was on Serum yet back then, you know, because this is a long, long time ago. Maybe Massive. Who knows what I used for this. The synths are, first of all, this layer right here. That's the first one. And as you see, like I cut out none of that reverb, nothing, so that when those hits come in, it's like bah, by itself, huge. And the second synth sound, you know, like a lower octave, high octave, lower octave, and then this one's doing what? That's crazy. Why does that have some of the bass in it? I don't know, but you could hear it underneath. It's like a reverb version of the bass is in there somehow. I don't know why. Maybe it's like layers. You know, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just take the MIDI and I'll just paste it on a different track, mess with the preset, hear it in relation to the other ones, and if it feels good together, then good. You know what I mean? And it helps to create this thick ass layer, bass and synth together. That's like huge. All right, and then that's the first break, the first what is that? I keep calling it a breakdown. Drop, the first drop. That's the main melody, but then there's these little things that happen in between that I feel are what make it so much more interesting, which is this stuff. That little piano right there, that was actually from the melody that plays in the second verse. I'm gonna mute the vocals so you can hear that. So that was it. It's like a little melody that I thought it needed, you know, like a little, I don't know. This song has like it makes me think of like Irish music. I don't know why, like folk music, you know? Like elves will dance to this. So that is what I took to make this moment happen right here in the drop. Just like a little snippet. And that's another thing that I definitely stole from that dude, Eric DeSero, in his productions and in his drops. There was always like these little interesting little ear candy things that happen in between these moments because it's very, you know, future pop, future bass. Those drops are like, just like chopped and screwed, you know what I mean? A lot of little things happen like that. So I think that's the only thing that happens there in this one. Let me see. The Rhodes. The Rhodes also happens in between there. So we have this one. Try. The drum stuff in between the hits. So there's this. Let me see here. What was that? It's a hi-hat. Yeah, you know this song is crazy because like when you hear it, sometimes it sounds like it's boom, boom, pra, boom, 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 pra, like in 4. But then when that hi-hat comes in, you know, it pulls us into the 3 again. You know, and it's that weird like. It provides the shuffle into it to break up that pattern, because if not, it would be too mechanical. And then there's that other sound. I don't know where it is. It's like a that reverse sucky thing. I don't know where it. Oh, it's here. Future drums. Then we have toms. It's like Foley, and that's it. That's the first drop, and then the second drop, you have your obligatory effects, ear candy stuff here to transition into the chorus. Know what I mean? In the second chorus, we have these stomps and these claps, which is something that I knew I wanted in the song because, you know, it felt like that Irish kind of thing, you know, like, or maybe not Irish, it's like country pop, like, settle down, it'll all be clear. You know, like that kind of stuff. I don't know what that's called. I think folk, I think country pop. And it has that here in the second chorus. which is dope, you know. Combined with the drums, it really lifts the second chorus up even more, you know. Compared to the first chorus, which was just, the first chorus actually had no drums at all. Let me see what else. You know, there's some elements from the drop already starting to show themselves because this is, you know, we needed more meat there. And that melody from the verse comes back again. Oh, and those stomps and those claps, they come from a library. This I know where I got it from. I was using this, well, I still use them a lot. They're kind of my go-tos. Giving you my secrets right now, yo. This comes from my go-to libraries called That Sound. Look them up. They're pretty fire. And they have a ton of stuff. And they have one called Boots and Claps. And it's like amazing. I also used some drums from their library from the drummer of Mute Math that I love, Darren King. And in the last drop, I brought in Darren King's drums. I used it for like these fills, and I think I have some drums playing too. The hi-hats kind of go a little crazy in this one too. Man. Always try to add something different to it, because if it's so easy to just grab a loop, copy paste it, you know, and just give up. But like take that extra little time to chop it all up and make each section a little bit different, and that fills the song with character. And you know, I did this a super long time ago. I would have probably gone about all this stuff a lot more differently nowadays, but I don't regret it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's where I was, and that's it. I use a lot Echo Soundworks. That's a page that does, like, they have a bunch of libraries and stuff, and I downloaded, I think, those future bass, future pop drum sounds. And this last drop also has a couple of more synths. It's twice as long too, you know. It has the repetition basically of the first one, slightly different, but so yeah, it has these pads. Has that. It has the Rhodes playing at the same time. That combined with the regular, you know, synth melody, and then this stuff back here. It has this other layer to the same melody that we had in the other drop. So this is the first one, and then the second one has this. Just like a freaking dirty saw kind of. Oh, and it's kind of chopped and screwed here. Wow, you know, because I wanted to feel. I didn't know how to do it back then. Now I probably would use something like Shaperbox to do something like that, because I wanted it to have like the. But I didn't know what the heck I was doing, so I kind of just played it, and I played with the volume rides, and this is what stayed on the record. And then there's this layer too. There you go. I think that is Serum, actually, now that I think of it. That's like some sort of a Serum preset that I downloaded. So yeah, so that's layered with this other one. Using the crystallizer from Soundtoys to give it that chorusy kind of sound, which is helps it sound super wide, and also helps it separate from this other one. See? I'm always looking for ways to, you know, to create clarity in the mix. And so I'll spend a lot of time using EQ or compression or panning so that you could appreciate all the different layers of something. So yeah, this is all these layers together here in that last drop. It also has the strings here on the last one. The strings are doing this. And it's crazy. You can hear all the clicks and pops in there. Like nowadays, I would definitely not send this to mix before fixing those little clicks and pops. But I think also for this moment, for this section of the song, like I wanted it to feel so choppy and screwy that I was probably like, nah, those clicks and pops are part of the sound. Let me see what else we got here. I think that's about it, y'all. And that's it. And just, you know, vocals and drums. And anyway, that's it. That's Try. I don't know if you guys wanted to look at the vocals, but the vocals are pretty self-explanatory. We sang. I get carried away with this stuff, but you know, chances are that if you're here watching this, that means that you care. And that's it. That's everything. That's Try. Let me know if you enjoyed this. If you have any more questions, hit me up. And stay tuned because there's more stuff coming. The music video for Try is coming, which is super special. It's a whole other story. And more music and more everything. So, see ya.